Right guys, welcome back to Northwest Angling. It's been a little minute. Since I last done a video. I think it's been about 5 weeks, maybe something like that. So the previous video would have been Moston Dock when I was targeting rays and congers with Alex, the awful angler. So we had the day up at Achios. I have been out since then. It was about 4 weeks ago. I didn't film it, but I did manage to get myself a nice Mersey bullus at £8.6, and that is a PB for me. So what I'll do is I'll post a photo of that fish here. And the reason for me not being out really, I have been quite busy. I've had music festivals, other bits and pieces, been busy, really busy with work. And I haven't been well as well, so came down with a really bad chest infection. There's just a plane going over my head there. So came down with a really bad chest infection. Throat was on fire, burning up, and it completely wiped me out for about 10 days, it did, to be fair. So anyway, it's Friday night, I'm on the prom. And the target for tonight is to try and get a smooth hound. This could potentially be my last session targeting smooth hounds, and then I'll probably switch over then and target the conger eels. Don't know what I'm going to do this winter in regards to the cod fishing, because last year it was terrible. I just completely lost interest, so I think I might just focus more so on trying to target bullus and conger eels. I am on a conger hunt for those that have been following the series and watching the channel, so I think that's potentially going to be my target for this winter. And hopefully we can get a hound out tonight. And also as well, there have been a few strap conger eels coming out round here, so I am fishing 2 rods, one with fresh crab for the hounds, and then I'll put one out with fish baits as well, just to see if we can pick up a little small eel or something, because there's been a few about. So yeah, haven't started yet, so I'm just about to get my first bait in the water, peeler crab, see if we can get an early hound. High water's about 11 o'clock tonight, so we'll fish it up to high, and then that'll be me. So we've got around about 4.5 hours worth of fishing, so plenty of time, and it's a lovely evening. So yeah, let's get the first bait out. Just fishing really simple for the hounds. We're just going to be using a pulley rig on a size 4.0 canoe. So yeah, there we go. Probably around about 3.5 foot, something like that. Little tiny 4.0 canoe. And I say we're just using peeler crab, so keeping it really simple. And then we'll just fish on a running ledger for the conger eels on a bigger bait and on a bigger hook. So yeah, we'll get this one baited up. We've just got the first bait in the water. We'll get the other rod set up in about an hour or so, just as the tide floods a little bit more. But yeah, target the hounds for now. And there he is. Simple. Right, so we're going to get the conger bait out, and just usual rig really. I say we've got a double squid there on a 6.0 tamer, and that's just on a simple running ledger. Crappy weight, because I'm expecting to lose a little bit of gear. I'm only going to be chucking it quite close in, but that is 150 pound all the way through, body and trace. And as I say, down to the business end, which is a 6.0 tamer with double squid. As I say, I've got some mackerel as well, so that is going to go about 40 yards over the edge. Let's see if we can pick up a little strap. If you can hear me ratchet in the background, don't worry, it's not a fish, it's just the tide pulling that. I will tighten it up in a minute, but there we go. Let's get this one out, see if we can get ourselves a little strap. Right guys, first cast on the conger rod, and I just had a really aggressive bite. I was messing around with my rod rest, and the rod tip's just bouncing away. So I'm just holding the rod, just to see if I can feel anything. But that was really aggressive. I think that was a little small strap. Nothing seems to be doing now. I even had the rod in my hand when I was messing around with my thing, and I could feel something really having a go. So that was a promising sign anyway. I'm going to put the rod back on the rest and see if anything happens. Let's just see if anything happens with that, because that was really, sorry, I'm not on shot there, but yeah, that was really aggressive. Right, see if that develops. Right, so I've had a couple of casts now and there's nothing really doing on the hounds at the moment. But there's definitely activity on that conger rod, on that squid. So that bite that I had, I said it was really aggressive. Anyway, held the rod, put it back in its rest, and nothing developed anyway, wound it in. And my rig was completely wrapped up, and it was all the way up my shock leader as well. It was really strange. So my guess is probably there's a little strap eel that's attacked that and just completely made a mess of my rig. I did manage to untangle it and get it all sorted and what have you, but it was very aggressive. And then I've just chucked that back out now. I bound a bit of squid back on, because the squid was still intact, to be fair. So I'll put a bit more squid on that, and I've just had another little bite. So so far it seems to be the squid bait on the conger rod that seems to be getting a bit of action. Nothing doing on the hounds. I've had 2 casts. It's still early days at the end of the day. You know, what time is it now? It's around about 20 to 8, is it? Yeah, 20 to 8. So 20 to 8. So we've still got a good 3 hours of fishing, 3.5 hours of fishing. Plenty of time. Yeah. Very calm evening for it. Lovely. Absolutely stunning. Sun's just setting as well. So the Liverpool skyline will be lit up very shortly. Absolutely love this river, absolutely love it. Be nice to get a fish though, be lovely. See what we can do, eh? See what we can do. At the minute, guys, I'm having a bit of a standoff with the seagull here. Tell you what, he is one brave seagull, look at him. He's after me, babe. And he's just going for everything. Piss off. He is one brave seagull, him, I tell you. He's literally just walked straight up to me and he's eyeing up my mackerel. Just need to keep an eye out, really. There he is, where is he? Look, there he is. Get away, me bait's over there. Get away. Sorry, he's coming back. Here he is. Fuck off. Get away. He's literally legging it all the way around me. He's after me mackerel, that's what he's after. Right, pick up, piss off. Okay, now, tell you what, yeah, look, he's here. Turn you around. There he is, there in the, where's he gone? There he is, behind the bench. Look at him, little bastard. Excuse my French, but he is trying his best to get at me bait. Yeah, I might have to leg him off, I think. Oh, bloody hell. Steven Seagull, eh? Bloody hell. Piss off. Right, I'm going to scare him away. Right, so he's buggered off over there now. He's keeping his distance. There he is. He is one brave seagull, him. Oh, is that a fish? No, I think it's my lead tripping that. Yeah. He literally just came walking all the way across the railings and he was trying his best to get at me mackerel. I have to be careful as well because I've got a trace hanging off me rod rest as well, which is baited up with a peeler crab. And the last thing I want to be doing is getting a hook out of him.
Hopefully he'll bugger off soon anyway. But yeah, a Friday night scrap with a seagull. Right, so I'm not sure if there's a fish on this or my lead's tripped out. So I'm just going to hold the rod, see what's going on. That was just my lead, that I think. I don't know actually. I did have a bit of weed on my first cast actually, so it could potentially be a bit of weed in the on the line. It's just it. Let's have a look anyway. Probably do with changing my bait. No, nothing there. I've just got to keep an eye out because that seagull is still there. I don't want to be turning my back and all of a sudden he's on me rigs and me bait and trying to get into me cooler box. Yeah, a bit of weed there, but there's nothing on. It's a little bit quiet at the moment. Not a lot happening other than that bite that I had earlier on. But it's ideal tonight for it. There he is. Look, he's just come legging it over now. Look, he wants to know what's going on. What do you want? Not sure if you see now, he's not in shot. Yeah, he's literally just down here on the right. Oh, just put me bait down. Yeah, you stay over there. You best not be like this all night, I swear. Come down for a peaceful bit of fishing and you're getting absolute pestered by a sky rat. Go on, piss off. Psst, psst. Right guys, so the positive news is the enemy has fucked off. He's had enough. He didn't want no beef. He decided, nah, don't fancy a bit of that. So yeah, the seagull has now disappeared. But the fishing is quiet. I've literally only had that one bite, which was early on, first cast on the conger rod. And there's been nothing else since. So, another 3 hours of fishing left anyway. Still plenty of time. I can see a couple of more headlamps just a little bit further down to the ferry terminal over there, and there have been some nice hounds coming out over there. But as here, which this is the Fisherman's Wharf, so you know they've definitely been coming out all along here. So yeah, I think there's about 3 headlamps down there. Be interesting to know how they're getting on. But yeah, so far it's very quiet, very quiet. But it's a lovely evening. Let me just pick it up, show you the skyline. There we go, look at that. The liver birds there, lit up in purple. Church bells have just been going, and it's just been the ferry, which sounded as though it had like a live band on it. It was absolutely rocking, I tell you. There'll be a few sore heads off that in the morning, I'm guessing. But yeah, anyway, not a lot happening, and we will bring you back, hopefully, with a bit of action. First bite of the night. Fish on. That is a fish on. Yep, fish on, guys. We have our first fish on of the night. Take that ratchet off, because that will be screaming down your ears. That is on the crab bait, that as well. I hope I'm in shot. I think I am, yep. I'm not seeing the fish yet. I think this is a hound. Oh, he's going. He's having a go there. Tell you what, there's some good head thumps there. I have got my net with me. What have we got? We've got a smooth hound. And he is on the surface. Right. How big is it? Oh, he's going. Oh, he's having a go. He's having a right go here. Right. Where is he? He's down here now. There he is. Absolute meal of this, but it's quite difficult when you're on your own. Right, if he swims over that way now. And he's in the net. Happy days. It's not a huge fish, but it's a fish. And it beats the blank. Whew. Nice. Sorry if I'm blinding you guys. Right, let's turn that off. We'll get it unhooked and we'll bring you back to camera. So there we go, guys. A lovely Mersey smooth hound, and you can see the hook hold there. Little 4/0 chinook right in his mouth. Not a big fish, £4, £5 max maybe, something like that. But yeah, it's the first fish of the night. Happy days. And there he is. I'm not going to bother weighing him, but nice to get a fish. Right, let's get him on up, get him back, get another bait out. Lovely. Right guys, well, a little bit of an update. There's not much else that's happened really since I've had that hound. It's been a very quiet night, but to be quite honest, I had a feeling it was just going to be one of those little smash and grab nights where I'd just get a fish or two. And that seems to be the case, but we've got about an hour's worth of fishing left. But yeah, it's been absolutely chocker on the prawn tonight. There's been seagulls wanting to scrap. There's been so many people coming up and just sitting next to me on the bench and having a chat and stuff like that, and that's fair enough. But it's just been a bit of a nightmare, to be honest. And then there's just been these people coming down taking photos, and then all of a sudden he started getting these spinny lights out and stuff like that, and he was trying to spell something out, trying to catch it on camera, so that was quite interesting to see. But yeah, it's been a bit mad on the prawn tonight. Certainly for the public and the animals, we can say. But yeah, still got an hour's worth of fishing left. It's still a lovely evening. Lots of boats coming down the river, so that's keeping me slightly entertained. There was some fireworks over the other side as well before. So yeah, it'd be nice to get another hound out anyway, but if not, I'll just keep hold of the crab that I've got, freeze it down, and maybe try and get out over the weekend again if I can. I'd say it is Friday night tonight, so I've got the weekend to maybe try and get out, have another session. If not, it'll be in the week. So an hour left, let's see if we can get another hound. Might not be able to make that out, but there is one very large ship coming down the river. There's been quite a few of them coming down tonight actually, and then you've got the tugboat there just behind it. Again, you might not be able to catch it up on camera, but I'll see if I can zoom in when I edit it. But yeah, that is one. That's one big ship. Alright, well that's last cast now, guys. I've had enough. It's 20 to 11, so we are roughly about 10 minutes away from high tide. So I've just put on half a mackerel, chucked it about 20 yards over the edge, and a bloody big crab bait as well, just to see if we can get ourselves a last cast hound. But I've beat the blank with one fish, so it can't be too bad. But it's been a lovely evening on the river. Bit of entertainment along the way from various sources. Yeah. It's just I think the hounds are just starting to thin out now. As I say, there have been some nice fish over the last week or two, but they're just not in the numbers that they were a couple of weeks back. So yeah, as I say, this may potentially be my last session on the hounds for this year. I don't know yet. I might try and get out one more time. As I say, I have got some crab left over, so I might try and squeeze another one in. Or if the tides drop, when the tides drop, sorry, I might save me crab and go and try and get a bass. But we'll see. But anyway, we shall bring you back at the end of the session. Right guys, that's it. I've had enough. It's 11 o'clock. Oh, yeah, not the best of nights. One hound, target achieved, you could say. That's what I was after. I definitely think that first bite he had as well on that conger rod was definitely a small strap. The way that rig came in all tangled up and stuff like that, and it was just such an aggressive bite as well, so it was a little small strap, maybe just attacking the bait. But good to be back out. As I say, it's been about 4 weeks since I've been out, and you know, not a long video, not the best of videos, not a lot of action, but we managed to get a fish on camera, so can't complain at that. So that's it, I am signing off. Let me just turn my headlamp off. There we go. Right, I am signing off. Once again, thanks for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Drop us a comment as well. I do like to interact. And we'll see you again soon. Take care.